Hello and welcome one and all, the atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening, the skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. My name's Peter Drury and here's my co-commentator for the game, it's Jim Beglin.
Cheers Peter, it's a privilege to be here, it really is.
Just listen to that noise, this place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. And that gets things running. According to what we've been told, this is how it looks. It's 4-3-3.
Yeah, Peter, you can look at this formation 1 minute and think that it is 4-3-3, and the next time you check, it'll be 4-5-1. And it's all to do with whether you've got the ball or not, and the wider attacking players being asked to apply defensive discipline too. When it does turn to a 5 across midfield, then the shape of this team takes on a much tight...
Fierce! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Distributed tidily. Now it's Nkunku. And he's picked it up out wide. Picked out brilliantly. Shot, surely! Now it's Pulisic. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Nkunku. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
This guy, Pulisic, is probably the best of the American talent that's emerged in recent years.
Oh, he's been caught napping! Shoots! And he has kept it out somehow.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Bahia with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Pulisic goes short. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And he's gone backward here. Tries to play it through.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Traoré. So we're still where we started right now. And he has been fouled there. Goulet. And he was quick to react. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Well, that's been cut out, well played. It's a pretty loose pass. Oh, just skips past his man, and the shot! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
He'll be irritated with that, Peter. He really did spring into life as he made his run.
Botafogo were a team looking for an outlet, and it seems, Jim, as though they've found one.
Yeah, and if that allows them to get people running at and even going beyond that defence, then you can start asking more questions.
Eder Militao. Casemiro. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice... Decent chance! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
It's really well read here, but having done the hard part, he'll be slightly disappointed not to make more of it.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. Nkunku. Ardeguler. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And now the breakaway. It's played through for him. Now it's Kudus. There's great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
That's a lovely pass. And it goes for a shot! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Pulisic really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Corner number 2 then. They've played it short. Now it's Pulisic. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Botafogo are looking to go forward now. Not the most accurate pass. Still waiting for the first breakthrough, but not for the want of trying. Casemiro. Kudus. And it's Zielinski. And it's Wirtz. Just not quite happening for him just now.
Oh, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Bahia have their third corner. Oh, shooting chance! Now it's Osimhen. Girassi. Wirtz. Kudus. Played to Casemiro. And it's Traore. Kudus carries the ball down the right. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Now, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. Half-time nearly with us. They will be desperate not to concede here.
Well, there's lots of movement in the box for them to pick out.
And here's Pulisic. Caught offside that time. And there's the end of the first half. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. And we are up to the break.
Bahia ended that first half in such a strong fashion. I think we'll just have to wait and see now if they can rekindle that drive and that determination. It's been great commitment, and that has to be maintained in the second half.
So they head in no further forward. The score here still 0-0.
Terminou o primeiro tempo. Vamos torcer para que nosso time consiga a vitória no segundo.
And the second half gets underway.
Bahia clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
That's a lovely, delicate pass. Goulet, Girassi. Now it's Osimhen. Now it's Nkunku. Can he get it through? And he's in on goal! Great chance! Zielinski. And they can counter here. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Now it's Nkunku. And he's well positioned here. Osimhen! Well, now it's a race for the ball.
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
And here's Kudus. Some good work on the right flank here. And the shot's on here. Tries to pass it through. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Acerbi is there to clear. Well, that's well seen too. No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game.
Público presente na partida de hoje. 29.514
Ball's played through.
espectadores.
The less said about that pass, the better. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
It's Lukaku! They've done it! It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
Just way, way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
So we have the first goal.
Look, experienced voices need to be heard now, along with good purpose and urgency, and they can get right back into this. Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
They're coming again and again.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
This looks promising. That is lovely. And it's Wirtz. Real chance! Oh, that is really good tenacity.
Substituição no time do Botafogo.
So their fourth corner of the game.
Camisa 9, camisa 10, camisa 14, camisa 17.
And he's taking no chances there. And now they can spring out of defence. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Stefan Savic. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
I think the manager's pondering his options as to whether to stick or twist Peter in view of the time remaining. He might have a tough call to make now.
That's a little off target. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Kudus. Schick. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
It's a promising position. Still just that single goal and we are nearly done. Oh, that's fabulous. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And here's Chiesa. Now it's Haaland. Haaland. Now this could be a chance. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Lovely pass, but can he get there?
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Kudus. Bahia, moments now away from seeing this one out. He's shifting through the gears here. He's in a great position here. Nice sequence of passes this. And he shoots! And yes, it's there! Dying minutes, and we're all square again. And time is up. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end. Not for the want of desire, drive or determination. No complaints. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Bahia certainly had some good moments, Peter. There were plenty of encouraging spells that more should have been made of.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening. Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Begley.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform.
If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
I really like the look of Florian Wirtz, Peter. What's impressed me most is his decision-making, which has been grown through his youth years. That comes from his wonderful understanding of the space around him, and he can dictate the tempo of his play.
Takes a shot! An early chance there, first of the game.
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
Bahia with the corner, there first. And he gets rid in a hurry. Botafogo are looking to go forward now. And it's Casemiro. Zielinski. Zielinski! Goal! Bahia! The breakthrough strike. Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
An early launch, just as they wanted, just as they hoped it. Bahia leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. Pinches it off him, but that has not gone well. Casemiro. That's been cut out, well played. Goulet. Camavinga. And Goulet. Quarter of an hour played. Played out to the right. He is just caressing the ball. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And here's Pulisic. Camavinga. And they've got a throw. Zielinski. Wirtz. And here's Lukaku. Wirtz. Well, that's a dangerous ball. Shot could be on. It's Lukaku! They've done it! And they're at it again in double quick time. Simplicity itself.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
Camisa 9.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
Camavinga. Haaland. Now this could be a chance. And a shot! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
And he's there to get it away. Lovely bit of skill. Semedo's cross. Nkunku! They've scored! Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden.
Wirtz! Oh, and that is really good tenacity. Bahia have their second corner now. Oh, he's got a crucial block in there. And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, that's well spotted. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Camavinga. Little pass back. Nkunku receives it in a wide position.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Casemiro. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Nkunku proves just a little bit too strong. Casemiro does really well there, he is strong. Out to the right. Wirtz. Zielinski. Camavinga. Nkunku given the lift of his goal. And it's Camavinga. Here's Haaland. Now it's Girassi. Zielinski gets across to intercept that.
Foram indicados 2 minutos de
It's the
acréscimo.
sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
Now it's Pulisic, showing good feet. And he was alert to it. Camavinga. And the referee brings the first half to a close. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football. And it's fair to say that both teams have played their part. Caution certainly not on the agenda here, from both sides.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that 2-goal cushion early in the second half.
Bahia get into the half-time break with a narrow advantage. It is 2-1. A great chance!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Pulisic, and he's got his cross in. Keeper has taken decisive action, and he's straight offside. It's a pretty loose pass. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Well, there's the clearance. And here's Wirtz. Now it's Kudus. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Botafogo needed that, they really needed it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Now it's Nkunku. Goulet. Passing is crisp and sharp. And the shot! Corner number 2 then. There's the shot! And it's in!
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
Substituição no time do Botafogo. Camisa 10. Camisa 9.
Time then for the first substitution of the game. We have ourselves a real game here.
There's been a genuine flow to this game so far, but that might mark a major shift in momentum now.
Quarter of an hour into the second half. Pulisic. Oh, this is a very good run. Out of play for a goal kick. And it's been given away. He's got away. Now it's Immobile. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And he's picked it up out wide. Quality ball. Camavinga. Muller. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
He is through here. And the finish! A wonderful effort, all by himself.
Osimhen really may get an earful from his teammates for not looking up to see what was around him, but I think he was perfectly entitled to try it for himself.
Botafogo have their third corner. And that's a simple one for the keeper. And now a sudden chance to counter. Zielinski, he won't be happy with that one. Goulet, and it's Semedo. Kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Botafogo get their fourth corner. Bahia have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Wirtz, and he's managed to get free. Kudus.
Bahia really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Now who's going to be first to this? Chance! Goal! Bahia! And they've got their lead back. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Bahia go into the lead.
You have to credit the desire we've just seen here, Peter, the desire to stick to your task and keep on chipping away. Some might have backed off, but not this lot. This is very impressive.
That's really well manoeuvred. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, no joy this time.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
And here's Pulisic. Oh, that's fabulous. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Immobile. Now it's Osimhen. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. And it's Kudus. Very much into the last knockings.
Bahia can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Pulisic. Added time going up here, it's 3 minutes. Chiesa. Good ball, good take. And a chance! He scores! 2 minutes and we're all square again. Oh, beautiful. So that's it, it is all over. Magic, what a magical football match, and genuine respect all round. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Bahia can always take more positives from a result like this. Yes, there is some tidying up to do, but some real promise too.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
Well, the people of Buenos Aires do their football like no other people. So different to anything else you will see anywhere else. There really is no imitating this. There is certainly no improving upon it.
And already we're underway here.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front three, especially the wide men running at and beyond the defence, there's going to be an awful lot asked of the midfield. They have to supply those balls the attack can run onto, while at the same time maintaining the team's overall shape by linking the front and back. They've got to make this nice and quick.
Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
I would have to say Victor Osimhen, Peter. Africa has always produced some outstanding striking talents, and this is the man I see as the latest in that line. He's fast, he's powerful, he's very athletic, and he looks the perfect man if you want to hit on the counter-attack.
Yeah, the easiest way to make a difference is to score, so no argument there. Nkunku puts his foot on the gas.
That pass isn't the best. Zielinski. Can he get it through? Little pass back.
He had nobody else to help out there.
Camavinga. And he's had it nicked away.
Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Oh, look, this is about as tentative as it comes. Hopefully, a football match will break out soon.
Pinches it off him. Billing.
Try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. Now it's Schick.
And it's Wirtz.
Schick! It's a good spell of possession, this. Oh, he's real chance! Goal! Bahia! That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
So we have the first goal.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Eder Militao. And it's Casemiro.
Kudus.
Played out towards the right wing.
Great ball, and takes a shot! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench.
Bahia with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually.
He rises!
Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And now a sudden chance to counter. Billing. Now it's Osimhen.
That's positional goal, the utilisation of space. Deserved a better ball there. He's right to be disappointed.
That's good pressing, squeezing the play.
Bahia can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
Now it's França, and he's managed to get free. Ball is over the line. Zielinski, he's got away. Look at this. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, it's come off the upright. Nkunku. Time and again they are repelled. Traoré. Plays the return pass. And it's Kudus. Aimed beyond the defence. And we've reached half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football, plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Bahia go in at half-time with a slender one-goal lead. Here we go again. Bahia carrying a one-goal lead. Now it's Girassi. That's a shade optimistic. Oh no circumventing this opponent. Now it's Nkunku. Couldn't squeeze it through. França. Nkunku threads one in. Semedo's cross. And he cuts out the supply. Knocks it into space. Always onto this. He's found a way through. Oh, look at the space here. That's a sharp pass. Savic did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Zielinski! Oh my word, that is quite something! That is a gem! An absolute gem! And this is getting better and better. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
He's having a go! Oh, split-second reaction.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Time then for the first substitution of the game. Played out wide. Semedo's terrific header. Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Looking for the run. And he's certainly onside here. And the finish! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Botafogo have the chance to go the other way. Tries to pass it through. Oh, nicely intercepted. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
And he's been shifted off it. It's a promising position, delivered across. That has been knocked clear. They're urging him to shoot. Brilliantly cut out. Tries to get it clear. Kudus.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Casemiro. Now it's Wirtz. Goulet. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. And here's Chiesa. Now it's Haaland. Now, can they get him away? Wirtz. Schick. And here's the chance to counter. Now it's Schick. Just eases him off the ball. Botafogo needed that. They really needed it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
That has not gone well. Zielinski. Oh, this is a terrific run. Stood up well to him there. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Chiesa. Ahead by 2 and just about into the home straight. And here's Immobile. Now it's Goulet. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And here's Immobile. It's Immobile! Oh, should have put that away.
It's a good effort. You can sense that they're upping the gears. This needs to be sustained now.
Time for a change in personnel. Goulet. Looking for options for movement. He's in a good position here. Botafogo could have here their final chance. Botafogo have their second corner now. Bahia are looking to go forward now. Willock takes control of it and he's on the move. Wirtz. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he's picked it up out wide. He's picked his way through. Can he finish? Oh, that is very close.
That's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
Driving forward, shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And that will be it. And so they have the outcome they desire. A dose of reality and quality, absolute togetherness, and the job is done. Wirtz taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Bahia definitely impressing me here, especially the way that attack clicked. Whether it was link-up play, running in behind, this has just been a great day at the office.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin, a very good evening to you all. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands.
Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
You're able to enjoy with us here some great scenes at this arena by the river. There is no venue quite like this one.
Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already.
Now it's Pulisic. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, it's hard to look beyond this fella, Arda Güler. He's key on the right side. That's where he operates, that little channel, and he's brilliant if given a little more room. If he's shut down, then sometimes he can get a little frustrated, but if he gets that little bit of space, then a lot of damage can be done.
Well, he would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. And it's Arda Güler. Chips it through. Kudus. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Challenge just a bit on the firm side.
Goes down, but nothing given.
Now it's Muller. Well seen. Saw that coming. That has ended up in no man's land. Oh, there's a probing ball. Muller. Pretty cagey early on from both sides. Nelson Semedo. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Well, both teams are proceeding with caution, but there's plenty of time to wait for some attacking purpose.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Could move up a gear here.
That's the keeper's ball. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. And here's Kudus. That is good strength. And he's managed to get free. Kudus! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Succumbs to the pressure. Vince. Passing is crisp and sharp.
Oh, that's nice.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And here's Lukaku, and here's Pulisic. Brilliantly cut out. Haaland. And it's Muller. 15 minutes till half-time. Well-timed, excellent interception. Zielinski. Pulisic. Acerbi. Now it's Osimhen. Tries to play it through. Arda Güler. Takes a shot! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Nicely shaped ball, steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. Still looking for the first breakthrough, and it is nearly half-time now. Now it's Pulisic. Look at the space here. Chance, surely! Now, who's going to be first to this? A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. And it's Zielinski. Knocks it into space. And he's straight offside. Botafogo have it back and can go again. Camavinga, and here's Osimhen. Haaland is onto this. Casemiro. Bahia have a free kick. Haaland.
Teremos minuto de acréscimo.
Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. And the first half is done. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. So they head in no further forward. The score here, still 0-0.
Nosso time, é claro.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Bahia are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change.
He's going for goal! Oh, glorious! That is a special one! That is a gem! An absolute gem! And that is the goal we've all been yearning for.
Para o Bahia. Aos 2 minutos do segundo tempo.
Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
A 1-0 lead established.
And talk about the perfect time to score. The manager's giving nothing away, but he'll be thrilled inside.
And he's had it nicked away. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Kudus. Camavinga does really well there, he is strong. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Osimhen. And it's Semedo. No, again there's no way through. Bassi. Great vision. That's really well cleared. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Now it's Lukaku. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And here's Osimhen. Can he get it through? Osimhen rises! Just off target.
Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Bassi. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Público presente na partida
So
de
we've
hoje.
reached the hour mark.
61.052
Now it's Osimhen.
espectadores.
Can they get him away?
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
Pulisic. He's having a go! It's run loose, who's going to get there? That's a lovely, neat pass. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, it's a natural instinct to defend when ahead, but it's too early for them to settle into that practice just now. Botafogo really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
This is a really front-footed approach.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Played towards the other side.
That's a cracking pass to stretch the opposition.
Now it's Osimhen. Goulet looking for the run. That's been cut out, well played. And now the breakaway. Now it's Lukaku. Savic kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Just about up to 75 minutes. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Savic calmly anticipates. And it's Muller.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
And he was quick to react. Now it's Osimhen. So the team separated just by the one goal, which came early in the second period. And the score is 1-0. And they can counter here. Now it's Wirtz. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, that's a key interception. And here's Haaland. Muller. Still just that single goal, and we are nearly done. This looks promising. Nice interception, well timed. And he's managed to get rid. Nelson Semedo. Very much into the last knockings.
Botafogo really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Can he get onto this? Throw it.
Substituição no time do Botafogo. Camisa 24,
Alex Willock, and he cuts out the supply. Immobile, and that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And the referee's looking at his watch. We could be done here. Willock, he has found the way through. Looking to play him in. Oh, played through for the wide man. And that's it. Relief, finally. Now at last they can enjoy the taste of victory. Fingernails bitten to the quick, but they have got over the line. Quite a ride. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, this game looked to have 0-0 written all over it, but credit to them, they upped their game in the end, and I thought they got what they deserved.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be.
I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere, and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic.
I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Well, I can tell you, I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Well, the people of Buenos Aires do their football like no other people. So different to anything else you will see anywhere else. There really is no imitating this. There is certainly no improving upon it.
The action has already started. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
I really like the look of Florian Wirtz, Peter. What's impressed me most is his decision-making, which has been grown through his youth years. That comes from his wonderful understanding of the space around him. And he can
Can he finish? Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
really anticipated that well, didn't he? Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Gordon with the short one. And here's Gordon. Pedro Porro. It's anyone's ball now.
That's a player who's very good at his craft. If space is to be found, he'll find it.
Martinez. Lisandro Martinez goes sliding in. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Williams! Gordon. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of...
And the shot! Goal! Bahia! And Bahia are in front. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
A 1-0 lead established.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough, though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Great chance! Really well taken goal. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Bahia are sitting pretty, 2-0 up. Oh, no question, that's a foul. He knew what was coming, that's a yellow card. Williams. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Casemiro. And it's Zielinski. Oh, important interception. Bahia have scored 2 quick goals here and are well and truly in the driving seat. Martinez. Gordon finds himself offside. Looking for options for movement. He's through, now is he in? Dembele! It's loose now and they want to get it... Oh, what has happened here? Gordon. Very nicely done. Goes for a shot! Now that is commitment to the cause. Sao Paulo have their second corner now. He rises! Back when it goes. Good read, needed to be. He's free, he has got space. Bahia are looking to go forward now. Bahia do have a chance to counter here. It's a good run down the right. Saint-Maximin. He's shifting through the gears here. And it's Rabiot. Martinez. That's Rabiot. Bahia heading towards the half-time break. The wind very much in their sails. Zielinski. Bassi. Eder Militao. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Now it's Lukaku. Now it's Wirtz. Now it's Pulisic. He's picked his way through. Real chance! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Zielinski. Saint-Maximin. Casemiro kept his eye on it, and he's there. No, he's not played the ball, that's a foul. And it's Zielinski.
Se van a jugar 2 minutos de compensación.
Great run on the overlap here. Bassi. Looking to go deep. And that's the keeper's ball. And the counter is on. Engages and forces him off the ball. Knocks it into space. Deftly away. And that'll be the final action of the first half. Some first half thoughts?
Well, Peter, at 2-0, you're faced with the choice of just trying to see the match out or forcing the issue even further. I'd always be inclined to go for the latter, go for a third, especially with a full half of football still to play.
Bahia in control at half-time, 2-0.
Se está realizando un cambio.
So off we go once more. Now it's Williams. That's a lovely, neat pass. Oh, good read. Martinez. Wirtz. Zielinski. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. And no, that was never going to make it. Kudus. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, shooting chance! Casemiro. Zielinski. Bahia finding their passes. And here's Kudus. Lukaku. Kudus. Gordon. A couple of goals between the sides, and it's still early in the second half. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Rafa Mir. Calafiori. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on.
La cantidad de espectadores de este partido fue de 43.886.
So Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Casemiro. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Has a look and plays it forward. That's been cut out, well played. Now it's Sam Maximin. Eder Militao. And here's Zielinski. And this is Lukaku. It's Lukaku! And it's there! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
And that is as far as they're going to go.
Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Encourage the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Williams! Lacking in accuracy. Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Número 6, número 19, número 9. Entran número 24.
Closing in on the last quarter of an hour.
Número 17.
Rafa Mir showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Schick. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Oh, lovely bit of skill. Oh, sweet feet. That is a brilliant interception. Gordon. Calafiori. Casemiro. And it's Willock. And here's Pulisic. Nice control. Opts to play it back. Has a shot! Now, who's going to be first to this? Oh, he's been caught napping. Oh, lovely feet. He is such a good mover. Great vision. Bahia are almost home and dry now. And that's going to be a booking.
Well, sometimes a loose foul can trigger a completely different spell of play, and it makes even less sense.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Rafa Mir.
Oh, good read.
Rafa Mir.
Unable to make it happen for all his good intentions.
Passing is crisp and sharp. And here's Pulisic. And the shot!
Oh, the ball's run.
It's fallen kindly here. A whisker away from making it 4.
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
And he gets rid in a hurry.
Se van a jugar 2 minutos de compensación.
Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. Willock. And he's chosen to go back. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Oh, it's come loose. And that will be the final act. So a real showpiece win. This lot was simply far too clever for their opponents, and despite their best endeavours, it has ended in an easy win. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do, and the players were determined to deliver it, and they did.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening. goal.